Okay, guys, the Mavs lose game 1. I've seen a lot of doom and gloom on the timeline. What do you think I'm doing right now, huh? You think I'm going to doom and gloom after a game 1 loss on the road by 7 points? No fucking chance. None at all. I'm unwavering in my confidence. I just am. What do you want me to be? You want me to act like the series is over? I don't feel that way. I do not feel like the series is over, ladies and gentlemen. So stop with the doom and gloom takes. Stop with the overreactions. I don't want to see, the people, two days ago, Brunson was a superhero, pay him whatever he wants now. Don't pay Brunson any money at all. I don't want to see any of that shit. Okay? The Mavs' goal going into game 1 and 2 was to win one on the road. And last time I checked, they're still game 2. Plenty of time for the Mavs to do that. All right? Plenty of things to build off of this game. Plenty of things. So if you want to sit there and cry, do it somewhere else. Do it somewhere else. If you don't believe, don't be here. Right, this is what we're doing. Hey, get the fucking thing out of this. Right? Chill the fuck out, everyone. Seriously, man. Chill out. Mavs lose by 7. And really, what it all boils down to, a really slow start. A really slow start. The Mavs just got off to a really slow start, and it was really hard for them to bounce back. This is Suns team that, what are they, 50-0 when leading in the fourth quarter? You don't want to get off to super slow starts against them. You just don't want to do that. And the Mavs were just in too deep of a hole to climb out of. And give them credit, they tried. You know, they tried their best in the second half of this game. This Mavs team, you know, they do have some flaws, no doubt about it. And we'll talk about some of those here in a second. But they come out in the second half and they make their adjustments. And they are a resilient team. And there were times in the fourth quarter where it was like, this game is getting a little interesting. Like, it was a little bit of garbage time, stat padding here. And we'll talk about that in a second. But there were actually moments where it was like, if we hit a 3, we're down like 5. Which is crazy. But Luka dropped 45. I thought he played good. It wasn't great from Luka, which is insane because he dropped 45 points. But it was an okay game for him. Again, some crazy reactionary takes from people on Twitter. I'm telling you guys this, and I've been telling you guys this. This is the reality of the situation. This is the offense the Mavs want to run. Sure, you can look at the usage rate. You can look at, you know, Luka holding the ball, Luka ball, whatever you want to call it. This is what the Mavs want to do. Kid has said it himself. The Mavs team has said it themselves. This is what the Mavs want to do. It is their best chance to win, whether you like it or not, whether it looks pretty or not. This is just the reality. It's just the reality, okay? I was saying this too. Brunson, I think we should keep Brunson for sure. I'm cool with giving him $22 million a year, whatever he asks for. But he's not a second star. He's not a second star, okay? He is, a little bit more than a role player, but I would not call him a second star, which is what, you know, some people on Mavs Twitter seem to think he is, or like try to make him out to be, like he needs to have the ball, do this, and this. This might be a difficult series for him. This is a good Suns team, though. They're the best team in the league. I don't want to jump to any crazy conclusions about Jalen Brunson because he had a bad game 1 against the best team in the NBA and got in a little bit of foul trouble in the first half of the game. That's why he only played 31 minutes. Got into a little bit of foul trouble and literally carried us to a victory in Series 1. Literally 3 days ago, whenever the hell that was. Do we automatically forget after one bad game? It's going to be okay. All right, Dwight Powell will not play in this series. Like, I don't know if you see Dwight Powell play again. Maybe some spot minutes, but Maxey will probably start, if I had to guess, game 3. And Kid even came out with a quote that said we'll see Dorian Finney-Smith at the 5 a lot more, which the Mavs went small in the second quarter, and you see 35 points, 34 points, right? The Mavs gave up 69 points in the first half. Not nice. Second half, 27 points, 25 points. They did a lot better in the second half. Sure, maybe you could say, the Suns took their foot off the gas because they were up. That's kind of not who the Suns are. I don't really believe that. I don't think it's a coincidence the Suns magically stopped their like insane scoring pace when the Mavs went small. Don't think that's that much of a coincidence. So that's something to build off of and look forward to. Again, I don't know. You can't do that the whole game. You can't have Dorian doing the small ball shit the whole game because you got killed on the offensive glass when that happened. But it was an adjustment that looked like it was working. So I'm okay with that. Reggie's got to play better. Fouled out in 33 minutes. Only 7 points, 2 of 7 shooting. And he will. I have faith in Reggie. Reggie will have a good shooting day. The only thing I was a little bit concerned about with Reggie was defensively, it wasn't there. You know, defensively, it wasn't as good as we saw in round 1. And as we've seen throughout the entire what am I trying to say? Season. So maybe he's still feeling sick. You know, he was sick in game 6, I think it was. Maybe he's just a little bit tired. Maybe he needs some rest. I don't know. But hopefully that picks up in game 2. I will say this. Maxey, 5 of 8 shooting. It sucks not winning that game. I'm going to be real with you. It sucks not getting a win when Maxey's shooting like that. But Dinwiddie has to play better. I mean, here we are again. You know, Dinwiddie just has to pick it up. And I got to be honest with you. I'm like so torn on Josh Green. Offensively, it's really bad. I mean, offensively, it's terrible. Like, unplayable bad. But defensively, he did the best job out of anybody on Devin Booker. So I kind of feel like he almost has to play some. But God, offensively, man, it's just like head-scratching moments from Josh Green. And I get he's still young. I get he's a raw player. He needs time to develop. But this is the playoffs. You know, every possession counts, especially against the Suns, where you almost have to play borderline perfect. And the Mavs did not play perfect, and they only lost by 7. Again, that's a little misleading, right? Because there was a lot of, you know, stuff happening late in the games when the game already looked out of reach. But some things to build off of for sure. And if you're the Mavs, you look at this and you say, we got off to a horrid start in this game. Looked like we were going to get blown out of the water, and did some things, made some adjustments in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter of this game. And you made it somewhat close, right? The Suns never got to rest all their players. The Suns had to grind it out to the end. You made it somewhat close. I think that there was a backdoor cover. Yeah, it was like a 22-8 start. It was a really bad start for the Mavs. Like, as bad of a start as you could have. They had 3 turnovers in the first 2 minutes, which makes their 8 turnover mark kind of incredible. They had 3 turnovers almost immediately. The Suns were out running a transition, getting lobs. You know, they were getting hyped. The crowd's getting hyped. Felt like a complete and total disaster of a start, right? So there's some things to build off for the Mavs. Again, you lose game 1. The Mavs lost game 1 against the Jazz at home. Well, that's a big deal. They still won the series. Obviously, the Jazz are not the Suns. I want to be very clear there. But I'm not worried. You know, I'm not worried. You win game 2, everything changes. And this is the thing with the playoffs, right? And I feel like since the Mavs haven't had deep runs in a long time, people don't understand like emotions, how much they range from game to game. Look at the Celtics, for example. Going into Sunday, everybody, myself included, drank the Celtics Kool-Aid. They're a finals contender. They might be the best team in the NBA now. They just swept the Nets. Holy shit, they just swept KD. They lose game 1 to the Bucks, and all of a sudden the sky's fucking falling, right? The sky's falling. Everybody's an idiot for not picking the Bucks. The Celtics are in deep danger. It's game to game, man. Game to game. All right? Just take it game to game. The Mavs win on a Wednesday, and all is well in the world. All is well in the world. It's just defensively, you got to make your adjustments. Is it going small? Can you do that over the course of the whole game? I'm not entirely sure. Ayton was absurd tonight. 25 points on 12 of 20. Again, most of those misses came towards the end on small ball. Like, Dorian really did a good job. Dorian did a really good job against them. Chris Paul was surgical the entire game, was picking us apart. All of that had to do with, too, you know, Chris Paul, maybe the smartest player in the league, and he was just picking apart those mismatches with DeAndre. And again, Dwight Powell's is probably not going to play in this series. It just isn't. It just probably isn't going to happen. Booker was pretty good, solid. Again, a great first half. Kind of fell off a little bit there in the second half shooting-wise. He still had a good game, but the shooting numbers kind of dipped off a little bit in the second half for him. And Cam Johnson off the bench, 17 points, 3 of 6 from deep. Too many open looks for him. You can't allow that. Absolutely can't allow that. I would rather have a D-Book one-on-one possession with somebody than Cam Johnson shooting a practice gym wide-open 3. I would rather have a 1v1 with anybody with Devin Booker, right? You're probably going to get scored on, but it's better than Cam Johnson shooting a practice 3. The Suns, if the 50% number is deceiving. They were making some insane shots. Some absolutely insane shots down the stretch of this game that I don't think they'll make again. You know, that's one thing you can be proud about. That's one thing you could circle and look forward to. But again, some things to build off here for the Mavs. You lose by 7 on the road. That number's a little bit misleading because there was some stat padding going on. Luka played good. I don't expect everyone else to play this bad again. Like, I don't expect Brunson to be that bad. I really don't. I really don't. Reggie will make some shots. Maxey won't go 5 of 8 again. Probably not. But you got to get a big Spencer game at some point, right? I mean, that has to be coming up. Absolutely. That has to be coming up. But listen, man, the Mavs have to play perfect. They know that. Game 2, we'll see. We'll see.